Hey there, gang. The Haste buffs are finally here, and in addition to that, do y'all notice anything? My add-on count is finally back! Same with the offerings! Y'all can now see how much I have of everything, and oh, I am so pleased with that. Like I had said, we were pushing 10,000 Eerie add-ons, and I couldn't show that. All y'all would see is 9999999, you know? And that was cool and all. Maybe if it was like a toggle, right, or something, if they really wanted to like do that. And while it was uniform too, like I totally get that as well. When you're someone like me who plays one specific character so much, it kind of reaches a point where choosing to label it as 999 is a bit of an understatement to how much time has been dedicated. You know, like 1,000, for example, is 20% of 5,000, which is 20% of a showcasing of what I really have when it comes to blood point investment in these add-ons, right? So yeah, I was really happy to see with the new patch. I don't even think the developers said anything about it. It was like a little surprise gift for us. So that was really, really cool. And today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be showing y'all the buff to Unbound used alongside a build I've used in the past. This is actually very close to the Gate of Death build sans coup de grace. You know, typically I would keep coup and I would swap play with your food. That's kind of the flex. But here I figured I'd try something a little bit different. This one is more about kind of playing into two health state chases, but regardless of coup stacks, it's meant to be a little bit more universal, right? And further, by keeping play with your food, you do get that layer of protection for save the best for last, because that has always been one of my biggest gripes, sans the fact that, again, I also seem to have this problem with spawning near the obsession. They are my first chase almost every single time, and I hate that. So having play with your food lets me kind of take a bit of a consolation prize, even if I fully, you know, like, don't commit to the chase. I just injure the obsession and I leave, so that's always really good. But the main star of the show, the main, you know, like I said, we're going to be looking at Unbound and this buff here. This 10% haste for 10 seconds is actually very huge now. 5% just didn't make it worth the perk slot. Think about Rapid Brutality, right? But with more conditions to activate. The main reason Rapid Brutality is actually good and worth running is the fact that it is one of the most consistent and easy perks to rely on when it comes to your chases, right? It's a perk that when you're playing Clown, you don't have to work to get it. It comes naturally. Injure a survivor, get haste to continue the chase. Unbound is like, you got to injure the survivor, you got to have a window, you got 30 seconds, right? It's got to be a window that you can actually want to play in order for the haste to matter, especially when it was just at 5%. So that was why Unbound was just terrible. But at 10%, oh, it's really, really good, especially when you can stack haste effects, which include Clown's yellow bottles, Unbound. You can even stack it with Rapid, right? Play with your food. Yes, everything that you see here currently does stack. Previously, I had talked about how the playstyle was going to shift, and we'll kind of go a lot more into playstyle. But the idea here is that we're just trying to overload haste effects. We're trying to keep all of our haste effects active as we, you know, apply them, right? The idea is that why I'm running Solvent Jug and Garsh Makeup Kit is that I don't want to lose my yellow bottles effect while I still have Unbound, vice versa. When you run something like a different add-on combination, you kind of, you're front-loading the haste, but they expire sooner, and that's not what I'm really after here. But yeah, I don't want to go too much kind of into all of that, all of the science. I'm going to save that for the longer video on Friday. What I have for you guys today is a fun match that I played on Borgo. Very, very close outcome against some survivors that actually played fairly well in Chase. I was just on my point, and I also decided to play a little bit more casually. I was just kind of more going for chases to test the perk, so don't really mind that. But yeah, really great gameplay, and I think y'all are going to enjoy it. I know, I heard about Penty. Yeah, shit. Fuck. Only a small flesh wound when it comes to wasted time. The crow on her. Ooh. Someone's downstairs. Oh. Please, let me hit you. Woo! Wait, where's my Unbound? No way! She countered my Unbound by exposing herself! Because we didn't injure her! Dude, holy shit, I've never seen a perk that feels like it's written in legalese. Well, actually, you instantly downed her, so you didn't injure her, which means you didn't qualify the stipulation to get the 10% haste buff qualification. We're doing bones? What the fuck? Now I could work with this. Oh, I'm coming for you next. Hold up, hold up. No. I still got yellows. Hold on. I want to try something. Let me cook. Eh, she's the obsession anyways. Who cares about her hook states? Ooh, I'm coming right for you. Get the reset. That's all I needed. The reset on my Unbound. Oh, we're just gonna keep going for a while, aren't we? All right, cross up the rotation because she's gonna pre-drop and she's gonna run it. We're gonna have the extension here. Fake like we're going that way. She's gonna, ooh. Oh. Sit down. We'll kick this too while we're at it. You found a legal loophole. I need a lawyer for court. You know she's cooking that dramaturgy. Pop it. Pop it. Lock it. Spin it. Pull it. Ooh. Now you rotate. It's about to say now you rotate. That's what the second pink is for. Ben Shapiro, but for DBT. Stop. I probably should go kick that gen. I gotta do that real quick. She's like totally there. My locker goblin. Oh no, she rotated. It's about to say my locker goblin sense tells me that she did something else there. Thanks for taking suboptimal pathing. Can I get the Unbound play of the century here? He's not here. All right. I was gonna vault the window. Actually. Oh man, that's actually a hard one. Yeah, you gotta do some like. Hold up. Everybody gets one. I kind of like. I'm gonna give her a little bit more, gang. She looks like she's in the struggle bus right now. Oh. Oh! Not gonna lie, that was pretty good. What are you ready for this? We're zooming now. Oh, you think you're just gonna make it to the portal, don't you? My heart skipped a beat for Dead Heart. Holy shit. About right there should do the trick. She was Obsession anyways, I just realized, as far as not chasing the Kate. Yeah, that was probably just for the better anyway, or the best. Yada-da. Sable, yes, you are mine. I have to say, I don't think you're actually getting this. Is she actually playing this? That's free, not free. Oh no, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, that's fine. You got nothing to work with that. I've still got my yellow for like... Yeah, we get this with Flask of Bleach alone. You thought I was gonna lunge around that corner. Blue and green? Yeah, especially green on previous yellow. That's a crow that I saw. Okay. Oh shit. Wait, what the fuck? Also, what are these scratch marks? Hello? Okay. Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. Let me cook. Oh, never mind. Alright, let me cook, let me cook. Imagine if I had agitation. Timu agitation, y'all. Let's see. Do you have it on death hook? I don't even know. I'm just hooking to hook. The aggressive hook action. Oh shit. Oh shit. I mean, what is it, because she's not on death hook? Is that what we're doing here? She's not gonna have angle for this. Now I've got double yellow duration. Oh, we get the sexy hook all the way back here. And technically, I can position myself like this, right? Look at this. This is actually disgusting. Like, it's actually, look at how disgusting this shit is. Like, you can't sneak behind me because of this shit to my left and right. Comp hook placement. Iron Crest. Ain't no way I get hit with like some stupid ass deli or something. Yeah, I was about to say, we get a fucking 4% here. How are my pinks not hitting her? Let me introduce you to save the best for last. Oh, is this the babysitter fucking play? No way. That had to have been a babysitter play, y'all. Because did y'all see how fast she was, too? Holy shit. I almost guarantee we're gonna see some Nia babysitter. I'm gonna reload just in case she actually has Unbreakable. Actually, hold on. Oh, I picked her up too, just in case. I'll just go ahead and hook her in that case. More BP that way. Now that was pretty good. Let's fucking go. Please tell me she had babysitter. That would make this just so peak. Yeah, I know, right? So it completely negates our yellow or pink. Oh, I think I still have names muted. Oh no, I don't. There we go. Never mind. Right? Or I don't know. No, I have everything turned on. Yeah, GG, well played. Wonder why it says anonymous. So although Unbound didn't do a whole lot for us in this specific match by itself, I don't want that to discount how helpful it was and how much it really did provide for us in this match just by virtue of having it. The main reason why I would say we only got one health state, I believe it was from the Nia mid-chase, when she was trying to chain the tile, was because every other chase we had with the survivors on the map, we either just weren't near those windows or the opportunities survivors would have had to reach those windows where I thus would have used Unbound to continue the chase, consider maintaining my momentum, setting up the bottles afterward, etc. That just never happened because I just played so well at the pre-drop pallets. I mean, I'm not going to lie, gang, and this isn't to like self-glaze, I'm just speaking objectively, right? You look at the positioning of those pallet loops and how a lot of them were kind of near some pretty decent windows where after getting that injury and in that 30-second window, I could have utilized Unbound. They just never had a chance to make it to the window. So it's like, if you do too well, I guess, right? You know, but at the same time, I'll even go as far as to say that while these survivors did play well, keep in mind, we're running double invigoration duration add-ons. And while there was definitely a moment where having that extra 1 second from Solvent Jug, speaking objectively, that did get me a hit, I definitely would also say against probably some other survivors with more experience who played the tiles a lot more patiently and precisely, having Flask of Bleach for those rotations very likely would have been game-changing. So we're talking specifically the individual tiles, right? I'm not necessarily saying that running Flask of Bleach fits for this build. It's just looking at those independent loops because, again, that matters with respect to getting Unbound if it's a result of that that leads us to the window, right? So Unbound was still really, really great. We're talking 10% haste for 10 seconds. That's essentially a yellow bottle that is stronger than the add-on combination that we have. We basically, instead of 6 bottles, we have 7. And sometimes that one bottle genuinely is all the difference in your chase time getting extended 10, 15 plus seconds. Because think about this, gang. What if she was able to make Portal? The Nia, when we were chasing her, if she was able to make that portal go downstairs and she was able to chase it or manipulate it in a way where she gets an extra 10 to 15 plus seconds off of that, you look at the other survivors on the map, that's a whole lot of free generator progress. Cutting my losses is Clown as a killer with poor map mobility, right? Just taking the injury, that's not really that good for us, especially without any generator perks. So that's just kind of what I'm getting at, you know? It was one of those things where Unbound, even though we only got one health state, it was a health state at a time where it really, really mattered. And if it wasn't for the fact that I was just playing so well, I guess it probably would have been better. But, you know, these survivors were still really, really good. I don't want that to, you know, as much as I talk myself up, I also want to give credits to these survivors too. The Sable in particular, y'all, I think it was the Sable and also like the Nancy. These survivors really stood out with just how they were playing those pallet loops. If I didn't have 5,000 plus hours on Clown alone, I probably would not have had the knowledge or understanding of what to do. You know, in the same way that I kind of caught them slipping a couple times, I'll be honest, gang, they kind of caught me slipping a bit too. You know, we all make mistakes. I'm human just like them. And the only difference between both of us is probably that I'm the one who has more experience on my side of things. But I digress. So I think that's all that could really be said or needs to be gleaned from this match. You know, I played it very casually. One last thing. Oh, there is one last thing I do want to say. We got a very strong in-game camp corner that I noticed like right after we had hooked her. I thought initially the reason why I had hooked her there was because it was the farthest hook from the exit gate. However, we also were able to stand to where we could just prevent survivors from coming behind us. And that type of positioning, right, when you're playing a killer like Clown and you have your pinks, having to move less is better. It means that there's less of an area survivors have to get around to you to try to get for that unhook. You just preemptively pink everything. If we had a different hook that was out in the open, I'd have to be a little bit more cautious. There'd be a little bit more mental energy being used there. And so it just made things all that much easier. As y'all noticed, Nia basically sat there with crows until like before she went in for that save, especially with how low the time was, because she was just trying to figure out, I think, what to do. And yeah, because of the hook placement, there was nothing she really could do. So I'll have a really long video on the Haste changes with perk combos and things like that coming up on Friday. So stay tuned for that. Hope y'all really like this video. If you're interested in learning how to play Clown better, I'll have a very detailed Clown guide that I'll be sure to link in the description. And I also stream live on Twitch during the weekdays, usually Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm usually off Wednesdays. I'll have a link to my stream in the description as well. And lastly, if y'all really like this video and this content, I'd really appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe, not just for yourself, so you know when I post new videos, but also because it helps me out a lot with the YouTube algorithm. It pushes my videos up, which means that I'm able to teach and help more people out about the game, and that's what I like the most about making content. So I really appreciate that. But other than that, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all next time. Later, gang.